Hey friend, in this video, I want to walk you through how to bounce back after you've missed quota, whether it's this month or this quota and this quarter. I'm going to speak from the heart. I only have three notes here I'm going to pull from, but the reality is that um, one of the challenging things about working in tech sales, as you know, is we miss quota. And for my 7 years working in tech sales, this is one thing I know that's true. Missing quota becomes a habit, and hitting quota becomes a habit. So if you've missed your quota, whether it's monthly quota or quarterly quota, for at least 2 times in a row, the reality is you've now established a habit of missing quota. I'm going to share with you in this video how to overcome that and establish a habit of hitting quota every month, every quarter, however your team or company does your performance. So the first thing you need to do to bounce back from missing your quota is to admit that's 100% your fault. Now, I know this is a tough pill to swallow, and it's tough for me to share with you. But the reality is that a lot of sales reps, tech sales reps, if they miss quota, they hear them say, "Oh, if only if the legal didn't procurement sign the contracts stuck in procurement, or the NDAs haven't been signed yet. That's why the deal got or this whale I was expecting to push back to next quarter, or the product's not that great. The product's being updated, or there's not enough inbound leads coming, or my managers doesn't support me, or I'm getting the bad luck of the draw in the router. Whatever the reason why, those all may be true on some level, but the reality is you still have to deal with that. That's still your problem. And I've found that when people are honest about the situation and say it's all on me, full responsibility, that frees you up to be saying, well, if it's all on me, then it's all on me to change it. I don't have to, I don't, I'm not, you're not bound by the luck of the draw of your inbound leads, or the luck of the draw if a champion was able to push the deal through. So I have this quote that I like. Actually, I've heard it from somebody, but I like the quote. It says this: all progress begins by telling the truth. So where you are right now, as far as your quota attainment, whatever happened last quarter, last month, you have to be honest with yourself and say, this is on me. Because the reality is almost like AA. You know, in AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, I'm not an expert on Alcoholics Anonymous, but I do know one thing. I think the first step is to admit you're an alcoholic. Because without that, nothing else will be able to resonate with them to say that, oh, I need help, or I can take this course or this book, or a prayer partner, or a mentor, however that the 12 steps works. But the first step to getting sober and life of sobriety is admitting you're an alcoholic. Without that, there's no progress. And the same thing when it comes to tech sales. Without you admitting that I'm 100% responsibility for my quota attainment, you'll always be stuck in, oh, almost happened. Next month will be better. Oh, and why was it back? So first of all, is admit it's your fault. Cool. So step number 2 is this: you have to admit that you need help. The reality is, where you're currently doing things, if you could do it, you'd be doing it. Now, I might be saying, well, Ian, you know what? I used to hit quota back in the day, like last quarter or last year or 6 months ago. That may be true. But the reality is, markets are always changing. Things are always changing. Nothing's ever static. We're either getting better or we're getting worse. There's no neutral. So maybe those things you were doing, maybe there were things you were doing in Q1 or in Q2, wherever you are, or last year or 6 months ago, that you stopped doing. So that's why you need to have that reset, to get back to the way that you were before, even better. That's why it's so important. That's why I make these videos. It's so important to keep leveling it up and getting 1% better, because there's no neutral. Either getting 1% better, 1% worse every single day. So maybe that could be it. But the reality is, admit you need help. Because if you have a habit of missing quota consistently, that means you're not doing something right. You're not doing the right things in the right order, and also not thinking right. So now that you admit that it's all your fault and you admit you need help, the third thing is you need to, this is simple, just ask for help. Ask for help. And this can be in the form of many, many ways. I'll show you the fastest. I'll say the one. I'll show you many ways. I'll talk about the ways you can do it, right? Step number one is this, is that ask in your company, in your segment, on your team, whatever you are, if you're mid-market, SMB, enterprise, I'm sure with 100% certainty, there is one rep in your team, in your company, in your segment that's crushing it, that top AE. All you have to do is go to him or her, Slack them, email them, pick some time in the office and say, hey, Susan, listen, I respect what you're doing. I see you're crushing it. It's amazing what you're doing. I need some help. I wonder if you can help me. I want to level up. I'll be one to bet. I will win a bet. I don't bet, but I will win the bet. $100, not much, but $100 that he or she would say yes. He would say, sure, no problem. And then set up a cadence. It could be once a week, twice a month, a cadence of them mentoring you and sharing with you how they're successful. Here's the thing. They're going to give, because they have right now have a recipe. It's like, I would say it's like a recipe, baking a cake. They're going to say, well, yeah, I do this, I do that, I do this, that, put salt and butter. Recipe for success. They give it to you. All you have to do is don't change the recipe. Just follow what they tell you to do. And I think maybe you had the recipe before. Maybe you did, but maybe you stopped adding salt. I don't need that butter anymore. And I'll cut back on the flour. Maybe you had the recipe, but maybe you're cutting short, and maybe that's why your success is not there. But anyways, ask for help. And I guarantee you, wherever you are now in your tech sales career, if you're not where you want to go, and you ask the top AE in your company, top AE in your segment, and you get the recipe, and you follow their recipe diligently, in 30 days, in at least 60 days, you will be at the top. That's a guarantee if you follow their recipe. Number two, you can get a coach. I'm a sales coach. So someone like me, you could hire someone like me, work with someone like me to, on top of the recipe, get some insights and nuggets to just streamline the process. If that interests you, link below this video. You can connect with me, LinkedIn, go to my website, ping me, and we can talk about how I can help you out. I also have a workshop. Link below. There's also a workshop, a free workshop. The works that all you have to do is put an email and your phone number. No, an email and your name. And it's a free workshop, and you can watch it on demand and walk through how I help my clients how to build pipeline fast. I feel like a lot of AEs that struggle when hitting the quota. One thing is pipeline generation. How to get fat pipeline, not rely on marketing, self-source some deals. So yeah, that's the thing. And one thing I want to talk about help is the reality is that a lot of sales reps that aren't successful consistently believe that it's lack of leads or a lack of skill or a lack of this or a lack of a tactic, they think that they're lacking something. And the reality is, in my humble opinion, from my experience in tech sales, 90% of your success is nothing outside of you. Nothing outside. It's not the leads, it's not the product, it's actually you. And the top reps, the reality is they think differently than you. And because they're thinking differently than you, they do different things, different actions every day. And because they're doing different actions every day, they're getting a different result. So to wrap it up, I'd encourage you to first, to be able to break this habit of hitting quota and build the habit of hitting quota every month, every quarter, is first admit it's 100% your fault. To bounce back. It's 100% your fault. It's my fault. It's on me. Two, it's admit you need help. I need some help, please. I'm a Christian, so the first thing you do is you pray to God. Lord, help me, Father God. Help me in some way to overcome this. That's a way to start without asking for help too. Admit you need help. And then 3, ask for help. Talk to the top A in your company. If you need coaching, ping me. Link below. It's other coaches too. So wherever, but I can help you too. Go below and link that. Watch the videos, the workshop. Link on me on LinkedIn. Go to my website. I can help you. And then from that point, that's it. I just take the recipe, follow the recipe, and bake your cake of success. Take care.